Hello and welcome to a new video of spotting fake carnage. I recently got a new fake carnage, so I have now two fake carnages and the real one. The real one is in a hard pop stack protector. I bought this one originally from the Funko shop. I was lucky enough to get two of them. Already sold one. This one I'm keeping in my collection. It's worth about $200 I think now. And these are the Chinese fakes, worth maybe $10 or something. They all look very similar, but I'm gonna guide you through this process to spot a fake one. In the previous video I already made, you can really spot a fake one if this dot is not white. At the original one they made this dot white, and if you go to a fake one, which I've already made a video about, then you can see the dot is yellow. Next to that, the Marvel logo has a white border, and in the original you can see the Marvel logo does not have a white border. You can look at my old video to spot this fake very easy. The problem is they released a new fake one, and here you can see, if I turn the box over, that the side is very similar to the original one. So no border here, no border here, the white dot here, and the white dot here. So you cannot tell very easily if this is a fake one or a real one, and I'm going to show you the differences. First of all, the biggest difference is the logo. And if you really zoom in, so if you try to buy something, just ask a zoomed in picture of this pop logo, then you can see all kinds of different colors, and the saturation goes from darker to lighter. And if you go to the fake one, and if it focus, then you can see it's a little bit different. So you can see the markings a bit more clear, and here you can only see the markings at the top but not at the bottom. So here at the bottom it's just like a clear yellow, and here, let me zoom in, you can still see some kind of logo just within the yellow. And basically this is the biggest difference you can spot. Otherwise you can see the colors are a little bit darker, but now you can see the pictures side by side. If somebody has a bad camera or just adjust the colors, that it's not so dark but it's a bit lighter, and you would buy it on Macari, Vinted or any other platform, you would not see the real differences in color. So that's very hard to spot. The biggest thing to see if it's a fake, if it's, you look at the insert from the side. If the insert has a curve like this, it's real, and here it doesn't have a curve, it's just straight corners. And you can see in the open part you can see the tentacles, where here the tentacles are covered, and in the open part you can see the side arm. So that's totally different, and that's where you can spot the fake. The problem is, if I take the old fake back again, so this is the new fake with the white dot and the Marvel logo correct, but if I swap this out for the old fake, where you have the white logo and the yellow dot, if you look at the insert then side by side, it's more or less similar. So it has also the curved angle. The problem here is that it looks like the tentacle is not completely in the side, but this is, well, it has a wider gap, so maybe if I adjust this inside it looks very similar to this one. So we have to take a look at it a little bit closer. So if I swap this inside with this one, then probably it's very hard to tell if this one is a fake. So I will swap it out later so you can see a very good comparison about that. Another obvious thing to see is if you look at the bottom here, you can see a really good white outline on these 1 through 3 boxes with the attention. And if you look at the real one, then the outlining is just with a gray line, so it's not white. So you can see here it's white, and here it's a bit more grayish color. So that's also a thing you can spot a fake from. Look at the sides again, comparison together. You can see a slight difference in color, but again, if you don't do the comparison side by side, you would obviously not recognize it. Look at the fonts and everything, it's pretty similar outlined, so not a big difference to spot here. If you look at the back, not a big difference except for one part, and I need to open this. So if you see on the back, there is no yellow border on the bottom. So if I close it a bit, then it looks like it has a yellow border, but it's actually the bottom part, where in the original, let me pop this one out of the box to see it a bit more clearly. There you can see that the original one does have the yellow bottom, but also in the back side it has a yellow corner. I'll put this one back in the case. Going to the other fake one, it does have the yellow border as well. So with the fake one, with the wrong dot and logo, it does have a correct back side. With the Funko, the fake one that I have, you don't see a yellow border, except if you look like this, and then you can see the bottom sticking out, which shows then a yellow border. Next to that, comparing side to side, also here the logo would be still a bit different from this one, but really if you look at from this angle, from where people take a picture, you cannot spot it. You cannot see a difference in the Funko. Also you can see the colors a bit darker blue, lighter blue, but still very hard to tell if you also adjust the colors of making the photo. The other side, I don't see any big differences, so very hard to tell if from this side if you have a fake or not. Then we're going to look at the bottom, and here this is the fake one. So yeah, it is really similar to the original one. Also, I don't think you can see it, but there's a stamped date, and here it's also a stamped date, but you can see it a lot more clearly, and it's a smaller font. And you can see it here. So this has a bigger font when you see the FAC, and here the other one. So you could see a little bit difference on this part, but then you have to ask for a close-up photo. It looks like the text was a little bit deformed, but that's just a case where it's in. So if I hold it like this, you can see it a bit better. And let's take the other fake one. So the other fake one has a better bottom stamp than the newer fake one. So that's also a part where you can spot a little difference. Otherwise, yeah, no big differences here. And if we look at the top, I'll just remove the stack. I don't see any major differences. So the funny thing is, if we take the pops out of the box, so that's something I'm going to do for this video. So normally I would never take a Funko out of the box, but for this video I'll give it a shot. So as you can see with the plastic inserts, the original one has a stamp date in it, and here it doesn't, and here it does. So, but it's still a bit tricky to see. So this is the old Funko with the wrong kind of logo. This is the new one, so you can spot the difference immediately. So here you have the square part, and here you have well, a whole kind of different part, and this is a square part, so you can see this one is a lot better. The funny thing is, if you look at the tentacles, you see this left one is pink, and here it's blue, and here it's pink again. So that's a major difference. So to spot the fake out, you can see, well, this basically is really rubbish. With the tentacle blue, you know you have a fake. So very obvious to spot. So I can remove this one very easily, knowing that that's a fake. Then we have to compare these two side by side, and I'll remove the head covers. If you see the head covers side by side, really they're almost exactly the same, even with the stamps and everything. So very good job of making a fake. Looking them side by side, you can know you have a fake if the head falls off, so that's a good thing. You can just glue it back together, and then you have a right one again. As you can see, the colors again, this is the real one is a bit darker blue. Also on the head, compared to each other, the darker blue is the original one. But still, you can take a picture and alter the colors a little bit, so you have to look for something else. And basically what you can see is that the pose is a bit different. So if you look at this blue part, this one is sticking up, this one is a bit side. But if you look on the top and here, you can really spot the difference. So this one is a bit in a hook, this one similar, this one goes up almost against his head, and this one is more on the side. This one here points almost outside the box, and here it's different. So this one shoots out and this one shoots in. So I think the best comparison to do if you have a fake pop is to see if this tentacle, the blue one, is pointing up towards his face, and this one is pointing out of the box. And also this one is pointing up on his head, and this one is a bit further, also pointing up to his head. But still, it's a difference. Darker blue color, lighter blue color. Look at the bottom of the feet. Some people always tell me, oh, it has a stamp, so this must be real. As you can see, the fake one has a stamp and the original has a set stamp, so you can't spot the difference on the stamps anymore. They make it always a good copy. So for me, if you take them out of the box, really look at this tentacle. It needs to point out and not upwards, like this one. Well, basically I think I conclude this video now, how to spot a fake one. As you can see with this one, it does point out a little bit more, but yeah, the blue tentacle here is a dead giveaway, so look out for that one and eliminate from your collection. Maybe I can swap parts, but I don't think that would be easy to do. The thing to look for, if I put these ones together and put it in the box, and not this one because it has the yellow dot and the wrong Marvel logo, but if I would put it in this box with the white dot and put this fake pop in, I think it's very hard for people to tell the differences and to spot this fake, because then if you look at the side, you have the almost correct side on this pop. So let me put it back together and I'll show you if I combine these two fakes together and compare it to the original one, how it looked like. Okay, so I put everything back together and now you can see this is the newer fake one, where if you look at the sides, it's almost similar. Well, basically it is similar, you can't tell the difference. As you can see here, I put the same insert on the other one, so now you can also don't see the difference on the insert. You could see a bit of different in color, but really hard to spot. So look at in the front. Then what we've discussed about is look at the tentacle. If this tentacle is pointing forward, then you know it's a fake, because this tentacle is pointing to the side. So this one is pointing up and this one is pointing to the side. So really look at the tentacle, but still, if you have this one, it also points to the side, but then look at this blue tentacle in the box. So ask for all kinds of pictures and maybe ask a video to see if this tentacle is the pink color and not the blue color, and then you know for sure you have a real one. Well, thank you guys for watching. I hope you appreciate the video I made, and well, maybe in the future we have some more fake videos. Thank you.